Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, November 8th. It's crazy how time flies. Okay, I'm going to refresh my screen so that I can see any comments. Let me know when you get on so that I know you're here. I love knowing who's here and chatting with you while I'm stamping. So, okay, I'm good. So, as I said, I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you can find me every Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on my Facebook business page, facebook.com/Dazzled by Stamping, if you haven't been here before. Sorry, mornings are always bad for my nose. Even though the frost should have come. Good morning, Marcia. I think we've had a hard frost, but my nose just doesn't know it. It says trying to reconnect. Just happened one time. Hi, Carrie. All right, let's hope that it doesn't keep doing that. It said trying to reconnect one time. Hi, Dot. Now I'm nervous. Okay, so thank you for sharing already, Dot. I appreciate that. So I normally tell you can find me at my website, dazzledbystamping.com, but right now it's sort of under construction and not all things, you can't get to it, I don't think, right now. I have to be told when it's going to be good. You can always subscribe to my email, which I think you can do here on my business page. I sure would hope so. You can subscribe to my email list, or you can go directly to my Stampin' Up! Website. Everything is linked through Dazzled by Stamping, but it goes to my Stampin' Up! Website, which is stephanieflath.stampinup.com. No, .net. Sorry. stephanieflath.stampinup.net, I believe. Okay. My nose has been itchy too. Oh man, mine has been crazy. And it's just not stopping even though we've had a hard frost. It's ridiculous. So, I don't know where the other cards went. But I was going to, I think you, did you mean to do that? Or did Carson do that, Dot? So answering question, I saw Dot say it, but then I didn't end up going back and responding to comments. That just, my week got away from me, I guess. Good morning, Terry. So I have a bunch of cards I'm giving away today. I'm keeping a couple of the bear ones so that I have samples of them. But I believe, if I counted correctly, hi Cindy, hi Marlene, did I catch everybody? I believe I have 7 cards I'm giving away. So from what I saw, like maybe half of you will win. I don't know. So I have my randomizer all set, but I can't find my Post-it notes now. Just a second. I guess I'm just going to have to use different Post-it notes. Okay. Yes, I have lots to share. Because remember, last week was they weren't special folds, they were special cuts. And so I'm sharing all those. I don't need all of those cards. Well, actually, I would like to keep Christmas cards, but I'm not gonna. So thanks for sharing, Marlene. I appreciate that. Hi, Jamie. Did I say hi to you already this morning? I feel like I did not. So remember, there were I haven't shown you the other set of bear cards. I have pictures, but I haven't shown it yet. So I have the greens and blues of the bears, and I have the red, pink, yellow of the bears. And then I have the autumn ones. So I'm going to give away all of the autumn and 2 each of the bear ones. So anyway, I have lots to share and lots to send. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to that right now. I don't really need to worry about how many people I have on right now. There's quite a few so far. Okay, you can't win twice. You can't win multiple items. I have to check that off. That's why I'm saying that. And trying to share. It's a button underneath. It's a right arrow. But my rules changed. You don't have to share to be in the drawing. You just have to engage with me. So anyway, I am starting my randomizer now, and names are flying through. Oh, Carrie Hacker, you're my first winner. Is she? Yeah, she's on. For a sec, I didn't remember, and then I remembered she had 2 posts to say hello. That looks like something I would do. Okay, pick another name. Congratulations, Carrie. I'm gonna go 1. I better number these. Nancy. Nancy is my winner too. They're team members, by the way. I need to number these so I don't lose track of how many I have to do. Okay, pick another name. Start. Good morning, Nancy. You just won. Debbie Green, 3rd winner. These are all my normal not winners. Or not, they don't win as often anyway. Pick another name. Number 4. Yeah, I thought I heard my name, but we have people pounding on the 2nd floor. Oh, no, Terry, you didn't win yet. Alighire. Congratulations. You still have 3 more chances, though, Terry. Why would people be pounding on the floor? What are they thinking? Okay, pick another name. Start. Angela Mahnke. Yay, congratulations. Okay, seriously, these are all people that usually don't win. Amazing. Okay, pick another name. We're on number 6. You got 2 more chances. Rachel Markin. Woohoo! All right. 1 more shot. This is number 6. Going number 7. Okay. So she was the one. Who was the first one? Remodeling or? Oh, gotcha. First one. Oh, Carrie. Carrie Hacker. Sorry, I didn't understand that's what you needed. Sorry, Terry. Carrie, Nancy, Debbie, Dot, Angela, and Rachel. Rachel got my first one last week. I had to remake a card because I just sent it out to her before I even took a picture. And it was ridiculous because I was trying to, I actually had the perfect size strips to be able to redo the design. They were like each 2 inches wide. They didn't matter which way they went. And I couldn't figure out the physics of it. And it looked not as good as the first time that I did it. Okay, pick another name and start. One last one, number 7. Deanna Edwards. Congratulations. I don't think she's on yet. At least I didn't see her. Number 7. Okay, cool. Lots of cards to get out this week. Sorry, Terry, you weren't any of the 7 this time. Okay. Yes, congratulations, ladies. Okay. All right, so today I'm going to show 3 cards today, and it's based on the suggestions for colors for Cindy didn't win. Sorry, Cindy. Maybe next week. It's based on the suggestions that you guys gave me for colors for my pumpkins. Remember a couple weeks ago I did, if you get a chance, can you give an update on Rachel? How our procedure, it did not go well. Not the results, don't know anything about the results yet, but basically she needs to report the nurses that she had dealing with her this week. They showed no care, no understanding. She has mobility issues, uses a walker, and is slow. And the person who took her back to her thing walked so fast and was like way ahead of her. And then like when she got to the room, she was like, just waiting for you. And that was the first person. I don't know what else about that. There was another person. I don't remember what the other person said. Okay, so she was supposed to have this scan, and she's allergic to the dyes, so it was without dyes. And it sounds like both of the nurses, so there was the one that brought her back, and then there was another one. Both of them were basically chewing her out like, you're probably not allergic to these dyes. And so I think I told you one of her prayer requests, she's still been struggling since, what happened last week? Something happened last week. Well, the antibiotic ran out. Something happened last week. Something happened Thursday. Did she need a shot? Yeah, I feel like her shot. She takes a shot. I guess it's every other week. I thought it was every week. Since the shot, she's felt nauseous again, and just lots of stuff that she's coughing and gagging and whatever. So anyway, obviously, even before that, her concern was, because it always happens. She just has worse times than others sometimes. So before that, she had a concern, like, I have to lay down for this. She doesn't even lay flat to sleep. She sits on her couch and has comfy things around her, and that's how she sleeps. Well, she had to lay down for the scan, and supposedly it was going to be quick, but they're like, oh, you'll be fine, just lay down. And, just getting to that position, I'm sure, was hard. Just there was no care, no compassion, no anything. And so when she came home, she told me about everything and said, I just want to sob, but then that would just make it worse. Which is truth, all that. First of all, she's in pain. That was the other thing. Whatever thing she had to be in, there was pain from it being swollen, and then she had to fit into something. Her head had to fit into something, and it just was painful. And yeah, so anyway, she needs to report them because that was not good patient care. So thank you for praying. And asking about her. And keep sending her cards. She loves them. So, it just breaks my heart all that she goes through. I know, that's exactly what I said. Thank you, Terry. I told her I wish I could told her I wish I could hug her, but then I said we'd both be crying, so that wouldn't be any helpful. uh, no, it's okay. Anyway, so just keep praying for Rachel, and like I said, send her cards. She loves them. Thank you. And I need a drink now. Just a second. Okay. So back to, I'm doing Pick of the Patch. So this is probably the last one that I will do with this because it's getting so close to like Thanksgiving and whatever. But I wanted to do one more because I want to do the colors that everybody suggested. So I'm going to be doing three different cards. One of the cool things about what I'm doing today, I'm trying to think, there was two things. So besides the stamp set, I feel like there's one more thing, but I can't remember what they are. What it is, just a sec. Card. Oh, I know. Okay, I know. So, besides the stamp set that I'm using, which is Pick of the Patch, everything else. Hi, Deanna. Everything else is either in the full catalog, not the Christmas catalog or the holiday catalog. That's what I call it anyway. Either there or one item I think is an online exclusive. So why I say that's cool is because you guys all, hi Judy, you guys all probably have your annual catalog, and there just happens to be a lot of things in the Christmas catalog that keep coming and going because they're so popular. But the things that I'm using today, along with the pumpkin patch, they're in the annual catalog. So that one's not being bought from quite as much because everybody's focusing on the holidays. That makes sense? So, sorry. So if you, exactly. Thanks, Carrie. So a couple things for you guys. First of all, for your demonstrators, if you haven't heard this already, it's good to keep in mind. Obviously, you want to sell from the mini catalog, but you can supplement from the annual catalog, which isn't quite as popular right now, and so you can still do your projects and still show cool things and whatever, but add things. Hi Dina, I'm glad that you made it. Oh, and you're a winner too. I had 7 winners this morning because I made so many cards last week. Anyway, so if you're a demo, consider using things from the annual catalog rather than just the mini catalog. You can supplement things and stuff like that. But also that helps you as buyers too. We have such cool embellishments in the annual catalog. I said it as soon as it came out. I just love the embellishments that we've had this year. And so anyway, everything that I'm using besides Pick of the Patch is either in the annual catalog, or there's one set of dies that's in online exclusives. So, oh, which by the way, they were updated yesterday. If you didn't see an email, or I don't know when I send stuff. I can't figure it out. Okay, so I'm doing colors. So I'm going to show you things as I use them. I need to do my magic. Backwards you, upside down you, and put you down. Okay, we're just going to go with this. I'm not going to adjust anymore. Oh, no, you saw my card already. Okay, you can't see that anymore. I'm changing it just a little bit. So the first colors that I am doing are pinks. So I chose, and I wanted to stay with too. This makes me so happy. So of all of these pumpkin patch cards that I've been doing, I've not used in all my color ones, you know, that I've demoed or shown you a sample or whatever, from one card to the next, other than like maybe the stems that are sometimes green, sometimes brown, whatever. I've not duplicated any of the colors, so that makes me so happy. I love it. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to do is this big pumpkin in Bubble Bath. So we're doing pink for all I can think of is cancer, breast cancer awareness. So we're doing pink for that today. So I did Bubble Bath. Then I'm going to do a full-on Melon Mambo. This is going to be a really pink card. I'm going full out pink. So that's Melon Mambo. And then I'm doing this tall, skinny one. But I'm going to stamp it off and do that. So here's all my pink pumpkins. And I don't think I have any more pink, so I'm just going to close these up. Okay. Dina, are you a pink person? I thought you were, or are you just breast cancer awareness person? I thought you were a purple person. I mean, I liked your, hi Debbie, you were a winner this morning too. I know you won it for breast cancer awareness, but, and I liked your suggestion, but you seemed excited, like, ooh yay pinks. Okay, so I keep wanting to call Bubble Bath bubblegum. I have moments like that too. Okay, so I'm using Granny Apple Green for my stems this time. That's so funny how people can just get something in their mind and just really struggle with it. I have, when Tyler was just under 2, we had a paper route. It was for extra money, I think, for us, not even for him. He was too little. He did help me with a paper route though. During the week, he and I did it, and then on weekends, Todd did it. And at that time, the route person, what do you call those? The paper boy, I'll just say, for ease, had to do the collecting on the account. You know, if people owed from their bill and they hadn't paid already, you had to go around the neighborhood and collect. And so I would go around, and we had 2 neighbors that I would always, well, no, 2 neighbors had, yes, delivery person. We had 2 neighbors who had similar names. Well, and the problem was, and I still to this day, it's been now 20 years, I still to this day have a problem with this person's name. So their names, his name, just a sec, I'm going to say it wrong again. Yeah. Okay, so I would say Mr. and then whatever his last name was, because I would go around with Tyler, so I was teaching him, you know, call Mr. and Mrs. And I would think twice before I walked to the door, and I would say his name wrong every time, because his name is Mr. Peters, and I almost said it wrong again. His name is Mr. Peters, but in Grand Rapids here, I went to It's probably other places, but I went to Davenport and they had a building called Peter Cook Building. And so I would always call Mr. Peters Mr. Cook because I got the Peter Cook thing wrong. It was a mental block that I almost did it just again a second ago. I just couldn't do it. Ridiculous. Okay, so here's my cute colors, right? So bubble bath or bubble gum if you're Marcia. This is full melon mambo and this is stamped off melon mambo. And this is, I don't know if you are familiar with this. I happen to have a package still here that I have put away. This is sheer ribbon combo pack. I think you get, 5 yards of each, I believe. So bubble bath, azure afternoon, and lemon lolly. And I'm just going to use this little piece. Thanks. And I'm going to make this little tag. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Just a sec. I told you I was going to show things as I went, but I got gabbing. So this is tailor-made tags. This is in the full catalog, and I used the biggest one that's not on here. So I'm going to put it in from the back, put in those 2 corners that I cut sharply so that I could actually get it in this little hole. And tuck this in. So I have any of the dies that I'm using today, or I do have one embossing folder that I'm using. I'm not doing it on camera. I did them ahead of time, partly because I'm doing 3 cards, partly because I just didn't want to keep lifting it up and doing it. I'm purple, but feel my skin tone looks better in pink. But breast cancer awareness is my thought for the pumpkins to honor those that struggle with the disease. Perfect. Makes sense to me. Okay, so I'm just going to trim these up. Here, I want this one shorter. Okay. Okay, so here's my tag with my pumpkins. So I also, this is Melon Mambo, and I used the embossing folder. I gotta remember the name. It's here somewhere, and I even have the name on it, but now I don't know where I put it. Did I leave it down on the floor? Falling Leaves, is that it? Oh, there it is, yeah. Oh, Leaf Fall 3D. So I don't know if you can see it. It's just on this side. And this also is an online exclusive. So I just wanted some texture here. I didn't really know what I wanted to stamp, and so I went with this. So I'm gonna grab my stuff. I needed black and white to take away from it. Now I'm looking for my, oh, there it is. I was looking for my silicone mat. Okay. Yeah, the embossing is cool. So it was something that came out last year, and Stampin' Up! Didn't want to put it in the full catalog, and didn't put it back into a mini, so they made it available as the online exclusive. So I'm putting basic black down. And white. The first one that I didn't put the white. It really needed to break it up a little bit more. So I added another layer of white. Well, I say another only because my tag is white. Usually if you have white to pop it, it helps. It just helps. Okay, now this does have a lot of texture. I don't always do this, or I haven't been lately because some of my texture, it sort of tends to be flat. This has a lot of texture, so I'm using tear and tape to make sure that it stays well. And I wouldn't need it on this side, but since I have it out, I'm just going for it. All right, press it down. It always comes up better if you press it down. Oopsie. Okay. So I just have a little bit of white showing. That looks way better already than my other one did. And then we're going to put dimensionals on here. I made sure I knew where my dimensionals were. Hopefully I did that with everything this time. Okay. So this is going on here. Thanks so much. Looks like I need to trim it a little bit more so it fits in the envelope better. I hate when my envelope or when my ribbon bends when I'm putting it in the envelope. That drives me crazy. Okay, so here's my card, but I am gonna add Carson would rather watch you than play with his toys. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Hi, Carson. Excuse me. Okay. So this is the first set of embellishments that I'm using. This is iridescent rhinestones. These are in the full catalog. I've used them before, but okay, bye, Marcia. Sounds good. So I'm gonna pick these up. I'm gonna put 5 on here. Just sort of dot them around here. This goes really well with pink. Actually, it goes well with anything. It picks up whatever color that it's next to. So I'm gonna put one up there, and I'm gonna do a tiny one over here on this end. And there you go. There's my pink one. Thanks so much. And I just put it inside. It seems kind of dark, so I just put it inside, but I'm not stamping inside. Okay, number 1. Okay, next one. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. So next one I'm doing that I remembered someone saying, that was Dina's suggestion. This one is Nancy's suggestion. She said white and tan. So I decided I'm going with vanilla, except that I am embossing in white. So I'm going to start with that. So this is Stitched with Whimsy. Let me show you the dies. Again, in the full catalog. I'm missing the one that I used. Here's the one that I used. Oops, I just dropped them all. So these are what I used. So I already ran this through. Just a second. This was my favorite one to make. I made my, oh, that's right, Deanna, you're a pink person. That's good. Yeah, there are a few people that I know. Is Cindy still on here? I know she loves pink. I'm surprised that she didn't say something too. I have a few people that I know love pink. Oh, I better clean my stamps. Just a second. Because I don't remember which ones I'm using when. And I do not want to make wrong things. So cleaning the stems. Hi, Marsha Walton. Oh yeah, she totally will love it. Diane, how did you get to come on today? Did you have to skip Bible study or something? Very cute. I made a pink pumpkin card for fun this year. Cool, that's awesome. Okay, so I think I'm done with those two, but I'm not sure. Okay, so this one, it's just stained. This is not really stamped like that. I am using Versamark. This is a pigment ink, which means it takes longer to dry. It's thicker. And because it takes longer to dry and is thicker, you can heat emboss with it. Heat embossing, it uses a watermark too. You could also make it as a watermark if you don't do anything more to it, but that's not what I want to do. Heat embossing, you have to use a special powder, and you cover the stamped image with that powder, flick off any extra. And now it's still powder right now, and I'm not going to bother putting this back in the container. It does not matter. You can dump this whole container out, but you use a tray like this, or you could use a paper plate or just a piece of scrap paper and have a fold and well, well, I'm just going to show you what I mean. Well, I'll just pretend this is a piece of scrap paper. If you have a piece of paper that has a fold in it and you lift it up, then you have a funnel that can go back into your container. So it doesn't matter how much you dump out, you barely use any every time. So anyway, okay, so here is my pumpkin, and I need to grab my heating tool. So if you've not ever seen this done, sorry, it's going to be a little bit loud for a minute or two. I'm going to hold it up close here, and you'll see it melt and get shiny. So I need to let this heating tool heat up a little bit, and then I'll aim it at it, and you can see it do that. So, oh, gotcha. Well, that's good. Okay, so I'm turning this on, and I'm not going to try to talk while it's doing that, okay? Cool, right? I love that so much. Okay, so I'm done with first mark. I have my white pumpkin. Now I'm going to do the rest of the card. So first, I need my stem, which I'm going to do in crumb cake. Here's my white pumpkin. All right, now I also want to make a background. I'm gonna leave this here. Set this aside a minute. So I'm going to use this vanilla, and I have a new product to show you. Actually, it's not new. I think it was new in the full catalog. And I saw a technique video. I know I love the magic of heat embossing too. I saw a technique video on Stampin' Up's Facebook page, and I went looking for the product that they were using. So these are decorative masks, like I've shown you just recently, the sunflower one. These are called, I should put something dark down. These are called 4 Square. And they're in the full catalog, and I missed them. So here's one. Here's 2. I should show you that one closer. There's like tiny little dots besides the squares. Here's 3. This is kind of a cool look. Sorry, I didn't do that with the first one. I didn't pay attention to my screen to see if you could see it well. And then here's 4. This is the one that I'm going to use. It's just lots of little squares, random. At least it seems random to me. I haven't like actually looked at it to see if it's exactly random. I know that sounds funny, but like there could be a pattern that looks random, but I think it's random. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cover this. Cover this, and I'm going to use crumb cake. And yeah, I never saw those until that video, and I actually thought it was in something in the sunflower one, and then I went looking for it, or looking for the name, and then saw what they were. Okay, so I'm using crumb cake, and I'm just rubbing on here. So I didn't worry about, I didn't need to line it up like that, the sunflower one that I did. So I want this to be a lighter color, so I'm using crumb cake. And I'm sort of trying to do, she had, the video that I saw, she had, oh, what do you call it? Different colors, like green and blue, maybe yellow. I don't remember what she had. But anyway, so here is the look. Oh, you probably can't see it well. Here's the look of it. This is just crumb cake. What she did, and what I'm gonna do, I'm not sure I liked my exact result, but I'm still gonna go for it. She did different colors, so once you do this, then you sort of move to somewhere where you don't have color. Did I do that? We're gonna go for it. So I'm moving to, oops, this is the one I want. Now I need the other brush. So now I'm using Early Espresso, and I moved it, and so I'm gonna have some dark ones and some light ones. Wow, I really got a lot of ink on it that time. I probably should have, I did not, but I probably should have at least attached my cardstock to my workspace, but I was sort of winging this last night, and I'm winging it now, or doing what I did last night, so hopefully it works. Okay. There we go. So we have this cool two-tone sort of design of squares. So now this is something, I'll do it later, but you'll just, Early Espresso definitely stains this, but you just wash it off with a baby wipe or under the water or something like that. Okay, so that's my background that I wanted. So I need my mat again. I told you I have very vanilla, right? This is very vanilla. This is crumb cake. This is Early Espresso, and I'm just going to, for this one, I'm covering up where there's an uncertain edge to it. I just want to give it a clean look. Okay, then this is going down with dimensionals. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna use extra on here because I heated this. I feel like it wants to bend more, and I don't want that. I'm using an excessive amount. I don't want it to bend. I feel like I did a better job on my sample that I keep showing you my card in the side of my video. I feel like I did a better job helping it not to curl up. So I'm going to put this here. That's not centered. Okay. There's one more thing no, two more things, I guess. So I already stamped this. This is from Stylish Shapes. Where did my Stylish Shapes go? Put them away. Oh. Stylish Shapes. So I used this one here. I did this ahead of time. This was the first one I did ahead of time because it barely fits in here in this small skinny one. And I didn't want to try to do that on camera because I probably would have messed it up. So it barely fits in there. And actually one of my letters is actually on a dot. So I used my marker to sort of fill in the dot a little bit so it didn't look so much like it was on the dot. And I don't know if you remember, but I don't like double dimensional. So I'm just using regular adhesive here. So I'm going off the side here. And then here's my second set of embellishments that I'm using. So these are adhesive back sparkle gems. These also are in the full catalog. It's silver, black, and gold, and I love these. They're so amazing. They're actually like rhinestones, but they're glitter on them. So I'm going to use the small ones. I'm going to pick up one. So I'm going to decide where I want my center to be. 2, 3. Oops, that one's off a little bit. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining me. And there it is. So there's my white and tan pumpkin. I'm pretty well filled up and out. Dots, you are pretty well filled up. All right, done with this one. Harvest of Blessings. Okay, last one that I have for you is Dot suggested burgundy and gold. So, cherry cobbler is the closest thing to, thank you, I love the white pumpkin too. It made me think of the one that I made at the glass blowing. I loved it. That was my vision for it. Oh, I better clean my stamps again, just a second. So cherry cobbler is the closest to burgundy that we have right now. I'm not sure if you could call it burgundy or not. I don't know. Sorry, I'm shaking the table. Okay. All right, done with that. So here's what I want to do with this one. This is, I have not bought, did I show this recently? I don't remember if I did or not. I did. I feel like I did not. Just a sec. I need a scrap paper. I feel like I did not on a live, but I did in a class recently. This is called, no, I forgot. It is called Sketched Plaid. I'm going to show you on here. It's a big background stamp. I have not bought a background stamp in forever. We don't have the Stamparatus anymore, so I don't show the Stamparatus, but this would be perfect with it. It would help you be able to do it. But without the Stamparatus, this is how I do it. Thank you, Terry. So I'm going to use cherry cobbler, and I'm going to, whenever I have, if I'm not using a Stamparatus or something like that, I leave my big background stamp laying stamp side up, and I pick up my ink pad instead. So then I just pounce on here. Don't press it. You don't need ink everywhere. You just need it on the stamp. So I'm going to ink up this plaid. Now, obviously, you could find a plaid designer paper and do that sort of thing, but I'm just using the stamp that I have. So I have that inked up. Now I'm going to put this down and use scrap. So if you have, some people, I don't know, you know I'm lazy. I just rub the back. Some people are worried about getting everything, and so they want to use a ruler to go across it to make sure that you're hitting every spot on here. If you still have a brayer, that's a good thing to go over it to make sure that you're covering every spot, to make sure that you're inking it up. Now, the reason I use this is because of if your card, well, the stamp is a little bit bigger than the card, obviously. That's what you need so that you can get plaid over the whole card. And there you go. There's my plaid. See, that edge would have been on my hands. I mean, I still get ink on my hands, but you know. Okay. So we have our background ready. And this time I'm using Radiating Stitches dies. So let me find this set of dies. So there's several rectangles. 1, 2, 3 rectangles. Here's the one that I used. 2 circles and a heart. It cuts it out and it gives the little stitching at it. Okay. What else was I was going to tell you something else. Oh, and I saw that it's low inventory right now. So if you were thinking of getting this right now, go now. So here's my radiating stitches. Also, I'm going to be adding, this is gold foil sheets. This is in the full catalog. So like I said, the pumpkin patch is the only thing from the mini catalog that I'm using. The rest of this is either from the annual catalog or online exclusives. Okay, so I'm going to start, I'm using Cherry Cobbler. I considered going with Real Red. This is really distracting to me now that I don't like that. Now that I put all that Cherry Cobbler down there, it bugs me. It's a little better. I reused one, so there's still ink on back here, but not quite as distracting as that other one. Okay. I considered doing Real Red also, and I just didn't like it as well, so I'm sticking with Cherry Cobbler for my burgundy. So I'm starting with my gourd instead of my pumpkin, and I want to offset it a little bit toward the bottom, but offset. Maybe that's a little too offset, but we're gonna go for it. Okay, so I went full strength with that. With this one, I'm going to stamp off first and then stamp next to it. Then the tiny one, I love this tiny pumpkin. It's just, it does it for me. All right, I want this here, and yeah, we're gonna put this one here. I did it off center a little bit more than I meant to. I was gonna put two little pumpkins over here, but I don't want an even amount of gourds. Thanks. I'm glad you like Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so here they are. So now I'm going to do, what? Oh, the stems. So I'm using crumb cake again, wherever I put that. So we're gonna put a crumb cake stem on this guy. And here. And here. And then I have two different curls that I'm gonna use. Where'd they go? Okay, crumb cake. So I want this one here. And so these are like the vines that sort of stay in there. Okay, so here's my burgundy. Okay, so that's all of my pumpkin stamping. Now I want my greeting, and I need early espresso back. And I'm going to do Harvest of Blessings at the top again. Good thing I tested that. I didn't have it inked well. So I'm going to do it right here. All right. Now we're going to put everything together. So first thing is I'm going to put this on the gold foil. Make that pop a little bit. All right, before I put this down, well, no, I'm going to surprise you still. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensionals on the back here. One, two. Now this one, I'm using a lot, but this one makes more sense than that other one that I used 9 on. I'm not going to take those off yet. Okay, so I want to get my card base ready. I'm not quite ready for it. So I'm going to put adhesive right here. Hopefully that's the right spot. So I'm going to introduce more gold. I used the gold foil here. I'm going to introduce more gold with this, oops, where did it go? Oh, there it is. With this gorgeous ribbon that carried over from last year. This is in the full catalog also. It's called Gold and Vanilla Satin Edged Ribbon. Love it. Just used it yesterday on my class. So I want to start this here. I'm going to press it down on here. So I'm going to do it a little differently than what I usually do. I'm going to wrap it double. So I'm going to come back over here. I want a double ribbon. So I'm wrapping it here. And then I'm going to cross in the back. I'm not worrying about what, oops, but I need it in the right spot here. I'm not worrying about what it looks inside, other than I don't want it flipped or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to lay it down here and then cut it. So I have a double ribbon here and adhesive holding it, but I'm also, this is going to be going on top, so it'll help hold it down also and cover any adhesive that's exposed from what I did a minute ago. I just wanted it to be there ready to hold. Make sure I have them all uncovered. So we'll put this down. So I wanted the ribbon off center. I want my greeting, my whole focal point centered. All right, one last set of embellishments I'm using. This is another thing that was carried over. For a while, it was not orderable last year. Again, the whole holiday thing. Everybody wants it and loves it. These are, they're not called that. I got new. That's still my original one. These are called Festive Pearls, and they are in the full catalog. So there's Cherry Cobbler. This is probably Soft Succulent, even though that's gone. Could be Soft Sea Foam or I don't know what. Anyway, it's a light green, silver, and gold. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to use my take your pick tool. I'm just going to slide this. I'm going to put one on the end here, one on the end here. And there we go. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. All right. So I'm going to put you guys up and I will show you my cards up close again. So I'm upside down, you put you backwards and lift you up. Okay. So here is my burgundy and gold from Dot's request. And my white and tan and vanilla from Nancy's request. Thank you. And my pinks from Dina's request. There you go. Okay, so I have to show you what a huge difference this makes. Okay, so I told you I needed to add more white. So here's what I just did. Here's my original. I thought about trying to pull it off, but I used tear and tape, so I didn't think that it was going to work, and I didn't want to ruin it. So here's my original. See, it's not quite as good, is it? Look at the difference. So much better. All right. So thank you. Thank you for your inspiration for colors. I had fun doing so many colors of pumpkins this year. It helped me get out of my, I was wanting to get out of my, what do you call it? I wanted to use creative license. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, I just needed something. So I think I've said this before, but I'm not sure. I've struggled, like when you're coloring a bird. Well, is that bird, is a robin really that color? Or I don't know what kind of bird this is and what color they are. It doesn't matter. We're stamping. You can make it whatever you want. And so playing with these pumpkins like this just sort of helped me with that. Plus, they do that in the store anyway. But I don't know. Anyway, I just had fun doing this. So thanks for more inspiration of colors. So you still can get that stamp set. Does anybody know? You like Rogue. I know you do, Dot. The punch is either low inventory or it might be non-orderable right now for this pick of the patch. I don't remember what it is. No, I don't think I'm logged in. Anyway, I'm not sure about that. But all the other things that I used with it, they're in the full catalog or online. So you can find those however you'd like. Thank you for joining me today. Couple more things. I told you about online exclusives were updated. There are more items added. One of the things I should show you quick. I showed you... this is the only thing that I got in the pre-order of online exclusives. This is, I love this name too, Fluffiest Friends. They are amazingly fluffy. This was the one that I gave you a sneak peek of because Rachel loves critters and butterflies, and coloring helped her take her mind off the paint. And so I stamped a bunch of these and sent them to her so she could color them. And they're adorable. So this is one of the things that you can get in online exclusives. So you can do that. I know it's so fun, Terry. I also have right now, and I think the only thing that I have, class that I have open for registration is my ornament exchange. It's a fun thing. And I changed, if you did not see it, I changed the location. We already have 11 people signed up for it, and I wanted there to be room for more. So I changed the location to where we had our World Card Making Day shoebox swap. And so there's plenty of room if more people want to do it. It's a Christmas party too, so it's a potluck. Bring a dish to pass, and you bring one ornament. You have to hand make it. But it does not have to be Stampin' Up! Supplies. It can be whatever. It can be sewing. I know we've had sewing ones before. It can be bulbs that you decorate, or it can be paper crafting. But you bring one ornament, and you'll take home a different ornament. So we do an exchange. And so that is the first Saturday in December. It's in the morning, so no night driving for some of you who don't like that. And but I will be opening my Dazzling Card Club next week, and also my All Occasions card class for the end of the month. So, yeah, they are cute stamps. Okay, so that's all that I have in mind right now. If you have questions, let me know. If there's something that you saw that you didn't remember what it was, let me know. But thank you for joining me, and I will see you again next week, Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time right here. So thank you for joining me, and have a great week. Bye.